Let me tell you what we can tell you about this astonishing 12 hours in American politics that we've just witnessed overnight. Let's do this backwards if we can. Let's start with Donald Trump's tweet last night and tell you what he is saying about all this. This is what Donald Trump put out about 9 hours ago. He called it fake news, a total political witch hunt. And here's what I can tell you about the intelligence situation. According to reporting by NBC News, they are reporting that briefing materials prepared for President-elect Trump included information that initially circulated among Trump's opponents, that is, presumably Republican opponents and the Hillary Clinton campaign. Trump brief included damaging allegations about his dealings with the Russians. The allegations themselves now have not been verified by U.S. agencies, and the NBC sources would not comment on the nature of the specific allegations that were, in fact, briefed to Donald Trump last week. And talking to some former U.S. intelligence officials last night, I can add a little bit of color to that, in that the sense that I'm getting is the thinking among U.S. intelligence agencies in presenting Donald Trump with these allegations, even though the intelligence agencies themselves had not verified the allegations, was to go to Donald Trump and say, this is the type of information that the Russians likely or absolutely have on you. They did not deploy this during the election season in terms of negative campaign information about you. Therefore, that adds to our argument, the U.S. intelligence community would say, that the Russians favored you over Hillary Clinton during the course of the campaign. That would have been the logic of why that material would have been included in that Trump brief. I can also tell you that in talking to a longtime former CIA officer last night, I was told that it is standard practice and expected among intelligence agencies that Russian intelligence will, when American businessmen or Western businessmen of any stripe are visiting Moscow, will try to deploy what are called honeypots, that is, sexual temptations for American executives in general who are going to Moscow and are participating in any kind of high-level negotiations. U.S. intelligence understands that to be a standard tactic of Russian intelligence when dealing with Western business people. So I'll leave it there, guys, except to say that the Kremlin this morning has put out a statement in which they are denying that they harbor any information about Donald Trump at all or Hillary Clinton, and they are calling all of this pulp fiction, guys.
Yeah, and it being used to damage U.S.-Russian relations. It read like a novel yesterday. There's this shady British intelligence agent that was being employed by opposition research on both sides, on the Republican and the Democratic side. And it's been around. It's been around for months. I mean, if I had it, I certainly would have used it before November 8th if I was opposition. And so the guy has been credible, or guy or gal has been credible in the past. It's like James Bond or something. It's like, what is it, M5 or what's the name of the intelligence agency?
MI6, yeah.
MI6.
I'm told that the person that the expectation among some who are familiar with this is that much of the material in the dossier, which was posted online last night, will not turn out to be true, but that the person himself who put it together is viewed as what I'm told is not incredible. That is a credible person who has experience, but that a lot of this will not prove to be true. And I think our job as journalists is to go very carefully with this material, establish what we can.
So-called journalists did not go very careful.
Well, we are. Well, we are. Well, we are. And I think it's important to just establish what we can establish as true fact, and sort through all this, because there are wild allegations out there, and it's our job to parse it and explain to the audience what we know to be true.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.